Salutations, viewers, and welcome to Ames High Stadium for the final game of AHS football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube of 2019 as the Little Cyclones host the Valley Tigers on senior night. I'm Carter White alongside Ryan Eggert reporting live. The Little Cyclones lost their first 4 games of the season, and now they've won the past 3. But with the playoffs just around the corner, a win tonight and a week from now against Urbandale is a not even questionable necessity for Ames. All right, we're about to get into it. You ready, partner, for one more round?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready for it. Doesn't matter if it's Valley or Urbandale or whoever it may be. Let's get ready.
Let's have some fun tonight. Orth is going to be on the kick to start this game off. And senior night in Ames, Iowa is underway. Low kick that time by Orth. They couldn't determine who would get it. That was Creighton Mitchell now running with the ball. And Valley will start off with the ball. Coming onto the field now for the Tigers is a 6'2" senior weighing in at 185 pounds. Number 11, Braden Catcher. This year, Catcher became the new starting quarterback for the Valley Tigers. He was one of the backups under Bo Lombardi last year, who now plays for the Army Black Knights. Catcher has thrown 66 for 115 this season for 188 yards, a completion percentage of 57.4%, 12 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Let's see what he starts with. It's a give up the middle to Mitchell. He's got some room to run with. He's still breaking tackles. He's going down the field to the 30, the 20, the 10. He's going to take it the distance on the first offensive play for the Tigers.
Wow.
Creighton Mitchell, the man who is already committed to North Dakota University to play football, gets the first score of the game on the first offensive play of either team.
Crazy. This might be an insight to how the game goes for both teams, but, Valley's not undefeated right now for a reason. For no reason, rather.
Sweeping it through the uprights is Feldman for the Tigers, and they take a 7-0 lead with 11:43 now to go in the first quarter. Partner, Ames has won their last 3 games by at least 37 points. Valley is undefeated so far, but this game reminds me of Super Bowl 49 because you think about it, it's like New England's offense is like Ames' offense, and Seattle's defense was like Valley's defense. And on the side of Valley, on their offense, you got one of the best running backs in the state. I feel like this game has a very close relativity to Super Bowl 49.
It really does, Carter. But the big plays always come right at the end, and we all know how Super Bowl 49 ended with Russell Wilson throwing a pick on the goal line to Malcolm Butler.
Really was a shame for the New England Patriots. Sorry, folks, we couldn't get the angle that time. That was my bad. Samuel Ridgway was the one kicking that one off to the Little Cyclones, and the ball's now in the hands of the Little Cyclones. And now we will introduce the Ames quarterback coming onto the field, a 6-foot senior weighing in at 165 pounds. It's yours truly, number 8, Cooper Downs. This is Downs' second season as the regular starting quarterback for the Little Cyclones. Downs, so far this season, has thrown 154 for 259 for 1,369 yards and a completion percentage of 59.5% with 16 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Let's see how he starts off the night tonight. He's putting it in the air. That's a pass to his right. I'm not able to see exactly who made the catch that time. Number 89. Corey Phillips, who that is. And it's a gain of 5 to make it 2nd and 5 from the 40. Here's Downs on an option play. Gets them a few yards. Downs is famous for running the option play. He actually has a total of 369 rushing yards in just options for himself. The most rushing yards actually by any player on the team. Here's Downs, the snap. He'll give to Papin, who will be... we're not able to see if he got the first down or not. Did he?
He did.
He did get it. Blake Underwood on the stop that time for the Tigers. But it wasn't enough, and it's 1st and 10 from the 45. Downs. The ball went off of the hands of, that looks like Evan Gray, into the air, but nobody on Valley's team was there to get there in time to make the pick. We'll go 2nd and 10 from the 45, still in Ames territory, 10:40 to go in the first quarter. Downs puts it in the air. Over the middle, making the grab is Nate Withers, and it's a 1st down inside the 40, now on the plus side of the field.
Ames has to put at least 6 up on the board here to stay in the running with Valley, in my opinion. You know, Valley, once they get scoring, they don't stop.
Downs takes the snap from 1st and 10 from the 36. It's a quick pass to Papin. He's moving to his left. He's got some room to run. I think he got the 1st down.
He did.
It looks like it. The tackle was made by Trajan Thornton for Valley, and it's now 1st and 10 once again from the 25 of from the 25 of Valley territory. Downs takes the snap. He'll keep it to himself on an option play. He's moving to his right. He's got some room to run with, and he'll get taken down. That is by Carson Shelton. Carson Shelton making the tackle for the Tigers. Now just 10 minutes exactly to go in the first quarter and counting. It's now 2nd and 7 from the 22 of Valley territory. Downs takes the snap. Another option play up the middle. He's got some good yards on that one.
I believe he got the 1st down on that one.
He might have.
He did. Now, Cooper Downs is so good at running that option play, recognizing when there's a hole up the middle that he can just run through the fields of Iowa, it seems like.
1st and 10 from the 15. Downs fires left side. Strawhacker makes the grab. Strawhacker, the man with the most completions, the most catches out of the entire team, with now 41 receptions total over this entire season. Strawhacker has certainly been an impact player for this team.
He really has. He's been the big playmaker, or as well as Gabe Ante for the little Cyclones. He was able to.
9:07 to go in the first quarter. It's 2nd and 7 from the 11. Downs kept it to himself and got pummeled down. Not getting anywhere on that play. And that was CJ Stillman on the tackle for the Tigers. A gain of 1. It's 3rd and 5 from the 10-yard line with 8:48 to go in the first quarter. Flag is thrown. We're not sure why.
Looks like it's going to be, false start.
Valley students actually getting a little cocky, yelling, "You can't do that."
Well, they've got reason to be cocky. Valley's undefeated 7-0. But they haven't had extremely difficult opposition aside from Dowling Catholic.
3rd and 5 from the 15. Downs takes a snap. Oh, Papin's throw is overthrown. He tipped it with his hand, but it wasn't good enough to make the reception. That's going to send the kicking team out, and Little Cyclones are going to try and put 3 on the board, and they have to. You have to score as many points as you can against this Valley team.
Yeah, they've had a way of shutting teams down. In fact, they won a game against Council Bluffs Thomas Jefferson 73-0. So that just shows you how dominant they are.
Orth is going to try and put it into the uprights from, looks like, about the 20-yard line. Kick is up, and that splits the uprights to make it 7-3.
No, it went wide to the right.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Goodness, I didn't notice that. And the ball, that means the ball is automatically turned over to the Tigers. And the Valley Tigers now chanting air ball. They're getting a little cocky.
Yeah.
That might not pay off if they get as far as they're anticipated to in the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, if Dowling, considering their dominance, they've won the state title in 4A 6 times in a row, looking to get their 7th this year. If I had to pick anybody to go against them, it would be this Valley team.
That's certainly right. 8:25 to go in the first. Here's a give. Creighton Mitchell once again breaking through the defense. He's got some room to run. Only one person in his way. Oh! Who was that? That was an effort by both Keaton Wall and Jonah Strawhacker to take him down. How about that play? Creighton Mitchell once again plowing through this Ames defense, to get Valley to the 46 on the plus side of the field for 1st and 10 with 8:14 to go in the first. And they have a 7-0 lead. And if they keep running with Creighton Mitchell like they have been, it's going to be 14-0 by the end of this drive. Here this time is a give to Williams. Got some room to run, breaks a few tackles, and gets inside the 15. What a great play.
Yeah, they've only run 3 offensive plays, and they've picked up way too much yardage for Ames to allow right now at this stage of the game.
32, 1st and 10 to 14.
Gain of 32. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Valley is very much in a position to score once again. Folks, if you do have any questions about what's going on in the game as of right now, please feel free to leave a comment down below. There's Williams on the give, and Ames finally gave the pressure that they needed to this rushing game of Valley. That'll bring them back a few yards.
Yeah, Ames has to make more negative yardage plays. They got to find a way to keep shutting this Valley running game down, which is a very tall task in terms of playing across the 48 minutes.
It's 2nd and 10 from the 14-yard line. 7-0. Creighton Mitchell's in the backfield. You got to put the clamps on Creighton Mitchell, and they don't do it well enough. He's got to get past some defenders, and he got to the end zone. That's a touchdown. Valley now takes a 13-0 lead. We are not even 5 minutes into the game. Valley has scored 2 touchdowns.
Granted, Ames did score 2 touchdowns. Was it in our last home game in the span of about a minute? But that was against much easier opposition.
That is Aiden Feldman. Puts it through the uprights, and Valley takes a 14-0 lead over the Little Cyclones. Another rushing touchdown by Creighton Mitchell. It's 14-0 with 7:12 to go in the first quarter. Valley is dominating the game so far. It's going fantastic. I was about to take a break, ladies and gentlemen, but then I see the players getting back onto the field and determined it wouldn't be a good idea. I think that Creighton Mitchell's going to be a very talented player when he gets to North Dakota.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we've seen him in his versatility throughout these first 4 minutes, 48 seconds. It's unparalleled to what Ames has seen aside from City High's running back Tonka Hickman that Ames could not really contain in the Little Cyhawk Bowl.
That is a kickoff by Spears, it looked like. And there is Withers on the return for Ames. He gets past a few defenders and gets to about the 25-yard line. Was there a flag thrown?
Yes, there was a flag thrown.
It's 14-0. 7:05 to go in the first quarters right now.
It's going to be on Ames. It looks like we're going to have an illegal block in the back there, Carter.
Is exactly what you can't have if you are Ames. Any disadvantages, you have to get rid of them now, or it's not going to end very well for them.
Absolutely not. You know, Valley already putting 14 points on the board. That's virtually unheard of, aside from maybe Alabama.
Folks, we do want to thank you for watching. We now have a record-setting 16 viewers on this live. Well, now 15, but thank you for watching. This does mean a lot. It's now 7:05 to go in the first quarter. Ames is down, and they'll have it at their own 10. Downs, Papin right next to him in the backfield. He's in the shotgun, 3 receivers on his right. He drops the ball on the snap and managed to lay on top of it. That was a bad snap that time. Yeah. That'll bring him back to about the 5-yard line. Probably be about 2nd and 15.
Didn't look like that ball got off the ground, really. And Downs tried to pick it up, but he was unable to and just collapsed on it to prevent a fumble.
Here's Downs. Quick, strong toss to Papin, and he barely gets anywhere. And if Valley would have played their cards right on that play, could have been a potential 2 points for them.
Yeah.
On the safety.
You can't risk any loss, any points given to Valley here. You cannot give them free points because that's just going to put you in a further setback.
Here's Downs. He's snapping this one, and he drops back into the end zone. Fires. That pass is caught, but it's not enough for the first down. They almost got it complete to Strawhacker. Strawhacker made the grab, a perfect catch, but just not enough, and they're giving the ball back to the Tigers.
Well, I understand why you would want to punt it here. You're making them from at least 50 yards as opposed to going 15 yards for 7 points here.
It's going to be either Trajan Thornton or Nate Locker on the return off the punt. It's going to be Locker. Catches it at about the 40 in their own territory, and he's taken down at about midfield. Valley will get the ball back, already having a 14-0 lead over the Little Cyclones. And honestly, if you're Valley, you're just continuing to give the ball to Mitchell.
Yeah, absolutely. There's absolutely no need to throw the ball and risk a pick. You just give the ball to Mitchell. He's going to put those extra points up on the board for you. So we're going to see what Ames does to respond here.
Mitchell has been an absolute beast. It's no wonder he's going to North Dakota as soon as he graduates, which will be this year. 6:16 to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 from exactly midfield. It's a give to Williams, who breaks a few tackles, and he's got a first down and more down to about the 30. I'm now on the plus side of the field.
It seems like every play that Valley runs that they're going to score a touchdown on. I'm not sure if you've noticed that, Carter, but that's what I'm seeing at least.
That's exactly what I'm seeing too. 1st and 10, it'll be from the 30, now in Ames territory. 5:58 and counting to go in the first quarter. Valley has a 14-0 lead. It's Williams once again who's going to be in the backfield. Catcher. A give to Williams up the middle for about 5 yards. Got it down at about the 25, it looked like. Has Catcher even thrown the ball yet?
I don't think so.
If he has, I don't remember it.
No, he has not run the ball. He's not thrown the ball. He's just giving it to Williams and Mitchell. Let them do the work.
Is that Mitchell coming onto the field? No, it's not.
Williams is going to stay out there, it looks like.
Williams is also doing fantastic. Speak of the angel, he gets a few more yards for the Little Cyclones. He'll probably bring it down to about 3rd and 1 from the 21-yard line. It's now just under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. And honestly, this Valley offense playing a fantastic game.
Absolutely. They're playing incredible. At this rate, they're gonna blow Ames out if they keep scoring like this.
Catcher a give up the middle. Ball was given to Jack Yenser. 5'9" junior, number 31. Strawhacker made the tackle, but it's still a first down for Valley from the 18 of Ames territory. 1st and 10, 4:17 to go in the first quarter. Valley has the lead at 14-0, and they're looking to increase it right here and right now. Here's Catcher. Drops back deep. Finally a passing play. Pass is caught. Johnson, he's inside the 5, breaks some tackles, and he's got the touchdown. Valley continuing to put Ames deeper into the dirt, and they now lead 20-0.
And we have
an injury.
Yes.
It's on Ames.
I cannot tell who that is down there.
Whoever tried to tackle him got injured.
That is.
Let's see the number 32. That is
22.
22. That
Keaton
is
Wall.
Keaton Wall.
That's big. That'll be a huge loss for Ames. He's been one of the better tacklers this season, but I couldn't see what he was grabbing or gripping. Might have been something with his groin.
We're trying to get some stats on him, Keaton Wall. I was looking at the wrong stats. Sorry, folks. That is a true statement as far as how much of an effect he's had.
20.
Let's see. Keaton Wall.
He's not putting any weight. Looks like on that left ankle. Might have rolled it.
Keaton Wall, the third best, having the third most tackles on this team, with coming into this game with 23. I don't know if he's going to return back into the game after that.
No, he's in some pretty severe discomfort right now. I think he's. I personally would think he's done, but you never know.
Now with 3:56 to go in the first, Valley just scored a touchdown, and Feldman will try and give him the extra point, and he does. 21-0, Valley. 3:53 to go in the first quarter. And with that, we will take a break. Ames will have the ball. When we come back, keep it right here. You're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Welcome back into it, ladies and gentlemen. 3:53 to go in the first quarter. 21-0. Valley just scored a touchdown, and now they are going to attempt to stop Ames once again, as they will kick the ball off to Ames. On the kick that time was Lexon Krell. Making the return for the little Cyclones is Papin, who breaks through a few defenders. Gets to about the 30-yard line, and that's where Downs and the little Cyclones will set up.
On the return, tackle by number 29, Cale Simpson.
Cale Simpson on the tackle that time for the Tigers.
23-yard return, 1st and 10 at the 28.
Ooh, so a little bit of a struggle, folks. I keep wanting to call the Tigers Jaguars.
Yeah. Both teams are very good. They're both ranked inside the top 5 in Class 4A. Centennial playing, I believe, Des Moines Roosevelt tonight.
Here's Downs down the field. Phillips almost makes the grab. Oh, my word. That would have been perfect. Sorry you didn't get to see it. Maybe you did.
Yeah.
My word. Phillips, it was a juggling act, and he couldn't make the grab. Another reason why this is like Super Bowl 49, as Jermaine Kearse had a juggling act to get Russell Wilson and the Seahawks close to their end zone in the fourth quarter. But Jermaine Kearse caught his pass. And Downs, another option. He'll run that one to the right. It'll get him a few yards. That is Sampson, Cale Sampson, having the tackle that time for the Tigers. And it's 3rd and 4 from the 34. 3:20 to go in the first quarter. Downs fires. The pass is caught. Nate Withers, first down to the 40-yard line.
Downs pass complete to Withers, tackle number 28, Carson Shelton.
Carson Shelton, the tackle that time. 3:10 to go in the first quarter and counting. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 41 for the little Cyclones, who are down 21-0 against the Tigers. Flag is thrown. That'll stop the play. That's going to be a flag on the Tigers.
Offside, possibly. Must have been. A little too anxious there to get to Downs.
They'll make it 1st and 5 from the 46. And for Valley, for how this game's going for you really don't need to be as excited as they were. Downs, he takes the snap. He fires. That pass is caught. Phillips makes the grab just behind the first down, and it looks like another flag has been thrown.
My goodness.
Is it on Valley again? No, that time it's on Ames. We have a coach, not sure which coach that is, down on the Ames sideline. Can't believe that. It's now 2:44 to go in the first quarter.
5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 10 at the 41.
1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Still in their own territory. 2:36 and counting to go in the first quarter as Downs takes the snap. He fires the left side. The pass is caught. That is Withers for, looks like, about 5 yards.
Did he? It looks like he missed it. I think it went through his hand and side hit the sideline.
2nd and 10.
No.
It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 41-yard line for the little Cyclones. Just under 2.5 to play in the first quarter. Cyclones are still down 21-0 against the Tigers. Downs keeps it to himself once again and only get about 4 or 5 yards on the play. Making the tackle was C.J. Stillman for the Tigers. 3rd and 7 from the 44-yard line, 2:10 to go in the first quarter. 21-0. And if the little Cyclones want to decrease that margin at all, they need a first down here. Can Downs do it? He throws, and Withers is unable to make the grab. Not even close that time. And it's 4th and 7. On 4th down, they're keeping Downs on the field. They might go for it. Oh, no, they're just Downs is part of the kick formation. My bad. Punting it off is going to be Jonah Strawhacker. It's going to be Locker who was going to make the return for the Tigers, and it ended up going out of bounds. The ball did. And with 1:46 to go in the first quarter, it'll be Catcher and the Tigers coming back onto the field. 1st and 10, Valley, with 1:46 to go in the first quarter. The offense taking a little bit of time to discuss a pre-game plan before they head back out onto the field. 1st and 10 from the 17 for the Tigers, who are up 21-0 with 1:46 to go in the first quarter. Catcher throws deep downfield. Oh, the ball was almost caught by Ryan New. And he was unable to make the grab. 2nd and 10 to go from the 17-yard line. 2nd and 10 from the 17-yard line for the Tigers. 1:39 to go in the first quarter, and it's 21-0. Catcher's going to take another snap. That's a give up the middle. And who is that? That's Williams making a run for it. No one near him. He's going to go all the way. Valley, another touchdown. The Valley Tigers, 4 touchdowns, and we are not even done with the first quarter. To make it now 27-0 over the little Cyclones.
Like we mentioned before, looks like every time Valley runs a play, they're going to score a touchdown. They're just that intimidating and aggressive.
Feldman puts it through the uprights, and it's 28-0. With 1:26 to go in the first quarter, Ames will have the ball kicked off to them after this break. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Welcome back into it, folks, with 1:26 to go in the first quarter of senior night for varsity football in Ames High. The little Cyclones getting dominated by the Valley Tigers by a score of 28-0. with 1:26 to go in the first quarter. Valley playing a dominant game so far. Here's the ball kicked off by Krell. Back on the return is Withers. Gets a little bit of running room, and he gets a little bit past the 20-yard line, and that's where Downs and the Little Cyclones will set up. And scoring is very necessary for the Little Cyclones in this situation.
It really is. They gotta get off the ground right now. They gotta get off and hit the ground running. And
if Ames doesn't get it going, like starting on this drive, I really don't know if they're going to get back into it.
no,
This Valley team is too dangerous for them to be taking any risks right now.
absolutely.
Just play football. Play safe football. You got plenty of time. You're not even done with the first quarter. 1st and 10 from the 20 for Downs and the Little Cyclones. Downs fires to the left. He overthrows Strawhacker, and it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 20. 1:15 from the first. 28-0.
Hey, man, I'm the cameraman, okay?
And here is Downs, who's going to be taking the snap in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's under pressure. He will be... I don't know if I want to call that a sack or not. He really didn't take him down.
No.
But it's C.J. Stillman with the stop on Cooper Downs that time to make it now 3rd. And it was at the 20-yard line. 3rd and 19 from the 12-yard line. 50 seconds to go in the first quarter and counting. Down 3 receivers on the right of Downs. He fires to his left instead, and he overthrows Strawhacker. Folks, I really don't want to say it. We're not even done with the first quarter, and this game might already be determined. Ames they can't get the engine started. Here's Strawhacker on the punt. Fair catch by Thornton for the Tigers, who will set up at about the 44-yard line. 29 seconds to go in the first quarter, and the Tigers are going to start another offensive drive already in enemy territory. Ryan, what are your thoughts?
Ames right now, I think, is stuck in neutral right now. They can't go anywhere. Or they haven't been able to make the big plays that Valley's been making. Looks like they're about a step behind.
That is a give to Mitchell. Strong running man, hasn't gotten the ball in a little while. I think I got him to about 2nd and 1 now. Might even be 2nd and inches. It's at the 35-yard line. Clock is continuing to move now down to 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. I think they're going to let the clock just run out. No, actually, they're going to have one more snap for catcher. Nope, ball isn't snapped in time, and that's the end of the first quarter. 28-0 at the end of the first quarter. The Tigers are dominating your Ames High Little Cyclones. Can the Little Cyclones get back into this game? We'll find out after this break. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Still on the plus side of the field. 11:44 and counting to go in the second quarter. And it's 28-0. Catcher, he's got the dangerous man, Creighton Mitchell, in the backfield with him. It's a give up the middle. Creighton Mitchell to his right. Ames doing exactly what they should have done earlier. Putting the clamps on Creighton Mitchell.
Gain of 4, second and 6, equal 28.
28-0. 11:06 to go in the second. Ames really so far no match for this powerful Ames Valley defense. It's catcher. He fires to the right side. That is caught by Johnson.
Number 8, Jack Johnson, by number 20, Nelson.
Madison Nelson,
For a first down.
who managed to make a tackle that time. It's still a first down.
22.
Wow.
First and 10 from the 22. They're still in Ames territory. Now 10:47 to go in the second quarter. 28-0. Catcher takes a snap again. He's going to fire to the left. The pass is caught. That is Matthew Mahoney. Number 2 on Valley making the grab.
Mahoney. Tackle by number 6, Gabe Ante.
Gabe Ante on the tackle for the Little Cyclones that time.
We are gained second.
Just under 10 and a half to play in the second quarter. And it'll be 2nd and 2 from the 14. For anybody just tuning in, Valley is dominating the Little Cyclones by a score of 28-0. And they have a chance to make it 35-0 if their cards are played right here. Catcher gives. It's Mitchell to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
That might be negated. There was a flag thrown in the back.
I saw that. Yeah,
And
that's not going to be a touchdown.
Nope. Now he's probably going to run in the next play into the end zone. He's just incredibly talented.
Gatcher's going to do some big things at North Dakota. I'm pretty much assured of it because of how much we've been seeing him play today, and the way he has just rolled right through this Ames offense, this Ames defense. 10:03 to go in the second quarter. It's 2nd and 12 from the 24-yard line. Here's catcher. Takes the snap. He drops back, fires. That's for the end zone. Oh, it goes right through the hands of Mahoney, and it's incomplete. That'll be 3rd and 12 from the 24-yard line. 9:57 to play in the second.
I said they would score or on that play. Wasn't far off. Just through the hands there.
It's one of those ones you got to move on. You're going to have, as a wide receiver, you're going to have plays like that. It was just a simple mistake. We'll get some score updates in just a second. Now we have catcher. It's a fake give to Mitchell and actually a give to Niu, who's going to go into the end zone. Another Tigers touchdown to the left side. And the Tigers cannot be stopped as they now lead 34-0 with 9:50 to go in the second quarter. Let's get some score updates going for you guys. Roosevelt and Ankeny Centennial are in the second quarter, and it's 7-7 at that game. Indianola versus Waukee, 0-0 in the first quarter. Marshalltown against Southeast Polk in the second quarter. It's tied up at 7 apiece. Dowling against Hoover in the second quarter. Dowling leads 34-0. And the extra point is no good.
Point is no good. 9:50 remaining in the half. Valley 34 is nothing.
Well, when we said Dowling and Valley are good, didn't expect them to be matching scores in different games. It's just incredible how talented both these teams are. Going to see them in the final. I'm predicting.
9:50 to go in the second quarter. The ball is about to be given back to the Little Cyclones. 34-0, 9:50 to go in the second quarter.
Number 46, Krell, kicking off. Deep Little Cyclones, Withers, and Bacon.
Withers and Papen going to be on the return for the Little Cyclones. Correll is going to be on the kickoff for the Tigers. He sends that one deep, and Withers is going to be on the return for the Little Cyclones just outside of the end zone. Withers manages to get through a few defenders, but it's not nearly as far as he would have wanted, and he gets down to about the
Looks like a
25,
23 or something.
23, 25-yard line,
Yeah.
looked like, somewhere around there. $9:44 to go in the second quarter. First and 10 from the 23. 34-0. 9:44 to go in the second quarter. And the little Cyclones will come back on for another offensive drive. Cooper Downs and the little Cyclones, a lot of ground to make up. We'll see if they can make it. Downs in the shotgun. Papen right next to him in the backfield. He takes the snap, drops back a little bit. This ball's going in the air. Withers over the middle.
Wow.
He got taken down aggressively, but got the first down.
Drew Jurek. Wow. Pulling some WWE caliper.
I was just about to compare that to John Cena. 9:38 to go in the second quarter. First and 10 from the 35 as Downs takes the snap and Papen is given the ball. He'll run a little bit to his left and get to about the 40-yard line. They're playing with heart and they're not getting up. And they're not giving up. It's a good effort from the little Cyclones. Valley still continuing to have quite a good amount of cheers against the little Cyclones. And there is Papen, who will be aggressively taken down. We got spirit. How about you? That's what the Valley Tigers student section is saying to the Ames student section. That's more cheers than the Ames student section tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah. They haven't had too much to cheer about tonight. It's 34-0.
8:45 to go in the second quarter. Papen is giving the ball up the middle. Oh, how about that? He was kind of hit aggressively as he got the first down that time to about the 50-yard line. First and 10 at midfield for the little Cyclones. Here is Downs. Throws to Phillips over the middle. It's good for about 5 yards. Still being wrestled around with. And now the Valley Tigers student section now. Okay, these guys are really bizarre. Now they're flashing flashlights as if it's like a slow song in a concert. That's what they're doing. I really hope they're not going to pull some sort of laser pointer type thing on Cooper Downs, because that'd get someone kicked out the game really quickly.
Yep. Yeah, just don't do anything stupid. That's my thought about it.
Downs moving far to his left. He runs an option play and is going to be taken down very shortly. I think he lost some yards on that one. Third and 6 to go. 3rd and 6 from the 46 on the plus side of the field for the little Cyclones. Pass is no good, intended for Evan Gray. And it's 7:28 to go in the second quarter. And I think they're going to keep Downs on the field. I think they're going to go for it this time.
Yeah.
At least the wind died down. Cooper Downs. He's going to almost be sacked.
And a
but
flag comes in there.
a flag does come in.
Do we got a pass interference on Valley, maybe?
That'd be really good for Ames right here.
It would.
Because otherwise, this ball is going to the Tigers. Valley still continuing to shine those flashlights. Oh, ineligible receiver.
Corey Phillips is his name.
The program didn't list it. At 85 times.
7:23 to go in the second quarter. And the Valley Tigers, already having a 34-0 lead, will come back onto the field. And this Valley Tigers student section still being very expressive. I'm not even sure if are you able to see the flashlights in your screens? I'm not sure. You might be able to by like the tiniest bit.
Through the computer, I'm not seeing anything right now.
Catcher keeps it to himself up the middle. Good amount of yards. Little looks like 6 or 7 yards on that play is what it looked like. Jack White, one of the players on the tackle that time. 2nd and 3 from the 47 for the Tigers. Now on the plus side of the field. Just under 7 minutes to play in the second quarter, and it's 35-0. And here is catcher once again. Throws too low to Williams, and the ball will stay right where it is for 3rd and 3 from the 47. With 6:39 to go in the second quarter. I don't think Ames has ever been able to make the Tigers go 3 and out on an offensive drive yet.
No.
This could be the first time. We'll see. Catcher to Williams, who goes up the middle, breaks through the defense. He's to the 20. The 10 all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. Another touchdown for Valley, who continues to press on to the little Cyclones. The Tigers lead 40-0 with 6:28 to go in the second quarter.
We're still in the second quarter?
We are still in the second quarter.
Oh, my gosh.
Fiedelson puts it through the uprights, and it's 41-0. The Valley Tigers are dominating the Little Cyclones. Little Cyclones need a little bit of a better rhythm if they're going to get back into this game. We'll see if they can get that after this break. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Welcome back into it, folks. It's 6:28 to go in the second quarter. Valley just scored a touchdown and now leads 41-0 over your Ames High Little Cyclones. If this keeps up, folks, we might just have a running clock the entire rest of the half.
It's crazy.
It's going to be Krell on the kickoff for the Tigers. And here's Papin, who's going to be on the return for the Little Cyclones. He breaks past a few defenders, but he's not going to get very far. I think he got down at about the 10. I think he got pushed back a few yards, too.
Yeah. No, I think he may have cut back as well, trying to get somewhere. But in this case, you just have to go forward. You cannot afford to lose yards, rather, or when you're down 41-0.
Accurate statement. 6:19 to go in the second quarter. Downs and the Little Cyclones are going to have it 1st and 10 from their own 11-yard line. Downs has, looks like 3 receivers on his left. Papin right next to him in the backfield. He's going to have an option play and get a few yards. Looks like he got to about the 15-yard line, it looked like. That was Jake Granquist on the tackle. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 from the 16. Still in their own territory. 5:56 to go in the second quarter. Whoever was given the ball that time, they got pretty much nowhere that time as well. Papin was on the carry that time. It'll be 3rd and 5 from the 11-yard line. Downs and the Little Cyclones are going to try and convert on 3rd down here. Downs almost got sacked. He broke away from the tackle, breaks away from another tackle, and did he get the 1st down? I don't think he did. No. I think he was just barely short.
Right.
No, he got the 1st down. No, he didn't. Oh.
No.
I saw the referee pointing in the direction that Ames was going. 4th and 3 from the 18, and Strawhacker and the Little Cyclones are just going to give the ball right back to the Tigers. And we have, is that a timeout?
Yep.
I believe so.
Timeout Ames, their first timeout of the half.
We'll actually keep it here instead of taking a break, and we'll give some thoughts. Ryan, what are your thoughts?
Well, Valley have definitely shown tonight that they are the #1 team in the class of 4A. They've just blanked Ames. I'm not sure if Ames is going to be able to prevent the Tigers from getting over 50, much less 60, but it's going to be also difficult for them to put points on the board. So, Carter, do you think they're going to get any points on the board?
I'm really not sure. It's going to take a lot of. They definitely haven't given in yet. They still are at least trying, and that's something that's good. Down but not out. That's the mindset. Strawhacker was on the punt that time. On the return is Thornton. Once again, the Tigers are going to start this offensive drive inside their own territory.
Start with Kader Louis.
We have an injury.
Number 6 for the Tigers. I may have butchered his name. I do apologize for that. But he is down at about the 45 of Ames, right near midfield.
.451 to go in the second quarter. It's 1st and 10. Ball's going to be on the 33 for catcher. Uh-oh. They got Mitchell on the field. If Mitchell hits the ball enough, it's going to be a dangerous time for the Little Cyclones. Catcher drops back deep. He fires to the right. The pass is caught. That is Mahoney to about the 10-yard line. It looks like the ball might have came out of his hands, but he got down first. Nelson was on the tackle that time for the Little Cyclones. 4:40 to go in the second quarter. A 20-yard gain. And here is catcher's going to have another attempt at the end zone. It's Mitchell. And he will be taken down. And now I'll be handing the play-by-play off to Ryan Eggert for the rest of the first half. And until I return. Take it away, Ryan.
Thank you very much, Carter. Ames struggling massively against Valley. They're down 41-0 here in the second quarter. Just under 4 minutes now to go. 2nd and 9 for the Tigers. No receivers, just Mitchell in the running back position. And it looks like Emilio Sandoval brought him down, which will bring up 3rd down for the Tigers. And it looks like about 6 yards to go.
3rd and 6 at the 9.
3rd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
Thank you. Oh, don't worry, I'll be back.
One to the right, and catcher will take it for himself, and he throws. And it's going to be score. Jack Yenser takes it into the end zone and puts the Tigers up now 47-0.
9 yards in the Valley touchdown.
Just nobody was covering him. He was wide open. An unbelievable performance from the Tigers in this first half. Now we'll see Faitelson put it through the uprights. And it is now 48-0. Valley.
Extra point is good with 3:04 left in the half. Valley 48, Ames nothing.
Not much to say here.
Proud to be the official provider of athletic training and physical therapy services for Ames High School.
It's just been an absolute blanking of Ames by Valley.
McFarland Clinic, extraordinary
We
care.
mentioned many times that Valley was number one in Class 4A. They've definitely shown it tonight. As now they'll kick it off to Ames with, it looks like, Papin and Withers to the left and right side. Looks like Lennox Krell will kick this one off. Krell will kick it off, and Withers will start from his own goal line. And he'll take it out to what looks like about the 17-yard line or so.
Players on the return, tackled by number 21, Underwood.
2:57 remaining in the second quarter.
First and 10 at the 17.
Just a rough outing for the little Cyclones, as they have been unable to get anything going tonight. And that ball is caught by Phillips, and he's brought down, and the ball comes out. And it's going to be taken back by Shelton, and Shelton is going to be taken down. What looked like it was going to be a big play for the little Cyclones ends in disaster. That pass from Downs to Phillips, a little tip on the way, but Phillips was able to reel it in with one hand. However, he was taken down straight backwards. And Shelton was able to recover the loose football. As if Ames needed to catch a break, they caught an unlucky one there. This is unreal from Valley. So they'll start with one to the left and right, and that pass is going to be caught somehow by Mahoney.
Number 2, Mahoney.
He didn't get anywhere after the catch, losing his balance a little bit and ending up out of bounds. So it'll be 2nd and 6
from the 26.
for the Tigers. Just 2:33 left in this first half. And Williams will get it, and he breaks a tackle, and he's going to stay in bounds. No, he stepped out. Looked like he stepped out at about the 18 of Ames. He broke a tackle from, it looks like that was Diego Alvarez, who tried to bring him down, but was unsuccessful in doing so. And Valley will have a first down at, the 13-yard line. Absolutely crazy that Valley's been able to put up almost 50 points in this first half. And looks like it was given to Williams. And he went about, looks like about 2 yards there, 2nd and 8. Ames coming off 3 straight victories, but they're down 48-0. The first half's not even over. Catcher will throw out, and he's got a man open. Did he get to the end zone? He did. Another touchdown by Matthew Mahoney, and it is 54-0. 1:42 left in the first half, and it is 54-0 Valley. And they will make that 55-0. An absolute blanking of the little Cyclones.
I got Carter's cookies. You want some?
Valley will punish you at any opportunity you give them. And they did so just there.
Those are Ryan's over there.
Valley's kicked the ball a lot tonight after scoring.
What happened before you
Ames.
accepted? And then
And Ames has kicked it in a punt formation a lot tonight.
Number 48, Ridgeway, the kickoff for Valley. Payton and Withers deep for Little Cyclones.
that was awesome.
I'm not sure that they've even got into the red zone of Valley in this first half, as Withers will take yet another kick return, and he'll go up the middle, and he's going to be met at about the 25-yard line.
Mason Dubrava.
1:35 left in the first half.
First and 10 at the 20.
How do I get down? Maybe down the stairs.
Wow. As Downs will go back into the slot with, it looks like, Payton in the back. He'll give it to Payton, and a flag is thrown as Payton did not get past the line of scrimmage. Let's see what we got here. And holding looks like
Holding against the Little Cyclones, 10-yard penalty from the
against
spot foul.
Ames.
Will still be first down.
So unfortunate for Ames that they've just been unable to do anything
First and 20
really
from the
tonight.
14.
Oh, he's not that
The theme tonight from the students was a pink out, but they've been wiped out. As Payton will go up the middle again.
Payton, the ball carrier. Tackled by number 52, Stillman.
He got about a yard, if any.
Gain of 1, second and 19.
Now under a minute left to go in the first half. And the Tigers lead 55-0. Now 8 on the play clock for the Little Cyclones. And Downs will look, and he
Bounce pass intended for Payton is incomplete.
apparently tried to pass it to Payton, but that ball just looked like it was spiked into the ground. And therefore an incompletion. And it'll be 3rd and 20 from the Ames 19 for the Little Cyclones. They got to get to pretty far to get a first down. And Payton was able to get about a yard.
Payton, the ball carrier. Tackled by
And
number
it looks
61,
like with
Brian
18
Gerardo.
seconds, they're just going to let the half run out here. They're going to take it back to the locker room.
4th and 17.
And indeed they will. And that'll bring us to halftime with the Tigers dominating 55-0.
That's the end of the first half.
Other scores from around the central of Iowa. Marshalltown and Southeast Polk deadlocked at 14. Centennial have pulled ahead of the Roosevelt Rough Riders 14-7. Waukee have edged out in front of Indianola 14-0. And the Hoover and Dowling game has stayed at 34-0 with the Maroons in solid control. But here in Ames, it's a way different story. It's 55-0 as we head to halftime. And this game was pretty much determined after the first quarter. It was 28-0. They pretty much doubled that, did the Tigers, minus the missed PAT early in the second quarter. Well, that'll be it for me until the halftime. So we'll give you the marching band. Hopefully that'll cheer things up for what little there's been to cheer for Ames so far. Enjoy the marching band.
Cyclones, number 30, Derek.
Welcome back, everybody, into it here from Ames High Stadium. Ames down 55-0 against the Valley Tigers. And they'll get the ball to start this second half. And that one will go to Withers. And Withers will not get much yardage there. We'll see. Can't see where he's
Withers on the return.
marked out. Looks like they're going to put it at the 23-yard line or so.
First and 10 at the 22.
At the 22-yard line. So Cooper Downs will come on with Derek Bateman in the backfield. He'll have 1 to his right and 3 to the left. Downs takes the snap, will fire to his right, and he's got Jonas Strawhacker there for a gain of about 7 yards.
Downs complete the straw hacker. Number 14, Jake Castor on the tackle. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4 at the 28.
2nd and 4 now for the Little Cyclones. Downs will stick with his 3 to the left and 1 to the right. And Papen stumbled a little bit before he was taken down for a gain of about 1 yard.
Papen, the ball carrier. Second by number 71, Josh Spencer.
3rd and 3, rather.
Ron Haynes. 32 at the 30.
Papen will get the snap again, and he's going to try and cut to his right. And they tried to rip the ball out. Did they get the ball out? That ball came out, and it is Valley ball. Urias Gabarilo probably butchered that name, but he was able to strip the ball free from Papen, and another turnover for the Little Cyclones results in a Valley first down.
First and 10 for Valley, the Ames 27.
If Ames didn't have bad luck, they'd have no luck at all. And that is unfortunately shown tonight.
When it's actually being streamed, it'll come out the other way. But the way we see it, it's
And we'll see, looks like Jack Yenser in the backfield along with Jalen Crowell. And Crowell will take it, and he's going to be tackled about the 18-yard line as we welcome back Carter White to the broadcast table. How'd you enjoy the marching band performance down there?
It was quite fun. Quite frankly. Had a really good time. And we're ready. I'm ready to get back into it. 9:15 to go in the third quarter. Valley leads 55-0, and Valley has the ball 1st and 10 from the 27 of Ames territory. There is a give to Crowell, and it looks like he's inside the 5 on that give. Alvarez on the tackle. 8:46 to go in the third quarter.
Can't believe we're only in the third quarter. That first half lasted so long.
It did. Quite a long time. This broadcast is already just a little under 90 minutes long. That is Peterson who took the snap this time. Still Crowell getting the ball. Couldn't get to the end zone. But that was not Catcher taking the snap that time.
Maybe they brought the backup quarterback in thinking that they
Did something happen to Catcher while I was gone?
No, I think they're putting their backup quarterback in with the lead that they have right now. It's good to get him some playing time.
Oh, that makes sense, actually. Peterson a give to Crowell up the middle. He gets past the defensive lineman, and the Tigers have another touchdown. What a great play that time. And Valley continues to increase their lead.
61-0 right now. That's just unheard of. Yet they did score 73 in a game against Council Bluffs Thomas Jefferson earlier this year.
7:51 to play in the third quarter. That kick is good through the uprights for the Tigers, who have a 62-0 lead. 7:51 to go in the third quarter, and we'll take a break real quick and be right back. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. And welcome back into it, folks, with 7:51 to play in the third quarter. 62-0, and Valley has the lead. Ball's about to be given off to the Tigers once again. To Ridgway, going to kick the ball off. And it's Withers who's going to be on the return for the Little Cyclones. Gets a little bit of running room and is stopped at about the 20-yard line. It's gotten a lot less windy than it was earlier, that's for sure.
It's gotten a lot colder as well.
It's now 62 degrees Fahrenheit. 12-mile-per-hour wind. Seemed like it was way faster earlier. This is pretty good weather. You can't complain, especially with how cold it's been lately.
Oh, yeah. It's nice to have a little bit of warmth, but knowing that November is coming, we won't be out. We won't be outside doing stuff. We'll be inside, actually, for some good old basketball. That'll be a fun time. Looking forward to it.
Certainly will. Downs. On the snap. Papin, a give for a short gain up the middle. Make at the 22, 23-yard line, it looked like where he got to, around that area. 2nd and 9, actually, from the 21-yard line. 6:35 to play in the third quarter. Downs takes a snap. He's moving to his left. Fires on the move. Withers the grab. Keeps himself in bounds and gets the first down. That's fantastic bounce pass. 6:15 to go in the third quarter. It's 62-0 still. Clock is still moving down to 1st and 10 for the 35. Still in Ames territory for the Little Cyclones. Downs takes the snap. Fires over the middle.
Nobody there.
And I don't even know who was there to make the grab for Ames. It seemed like he was trying to throw an interception to Ethan Siskowski.
Maybe he just overshot Evan Gray there. Not 100% sure. That was a very strange throw.
I don't know what was going on. 62-0. It's still the mark. 5:34 to go in the third quarter. 2nd and 10 from the 35 as Downs takes the snap again. He fires to the left. That pass is caught. It's Evan Gray. And he's pushed out of bounds after a gain of looked like about 2 or 3 yards.
Downs pass complete to Evan Gray. Back up by number 33, Skylar Young.
Skylar Young on the tackle that time for the Tigers.
Gain of 4, 3rd and 6 at the 39.
It's 3rd and 6 at the 39-yard line. 5:03 to play in the third quarter. They need a third down conversion here. The Cyclones do. Oh, Evan Gray, did he hold on to the ball? Wow. They're calling it a catch. What a catch. Evan Gray inside the 45 on the plus side of the field. And Ames moves the chains. With 4:45 to play in the third quarter, clock still moving.
Yeah, that got the crowd noise up higher than it was most of the first half.
Here's Downs, who fires deep. Gray overthrown. Would have been a huge play for the Little Cyclones, but potentially could have been the first score of the game for the Little Cyclones, who are down 62-0 against the Valley Tigers with 4:17 to play in the third quarter. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. Downs, 3 receivers on his right. Derek Papin right next to him on his left in the backfield. He drops back a little bit. Fires for Papin. Pass is incomplete. Overthrew him a little bit, and we have a flag thrown on the play.
came in right about the time that the throw was made there.
Seemed like
I'm
it, yeah.
not sure if we're going to see potentially a holding call.
Ball is it's definitely on
Pass
Ames.
interference on Ames.
You don't usually see that. Offensive pass interference is much less common than defensive pass interference.
Yes.
And it's now 3rd and 10. It'll be 2nd and 25 from the 44. That brings them back into their own territory. 3:51 to play in the 3rd quarter. Downs. There's one short to Papin. He'll get a little bit of yards before.
Wow.
Oh my word! Some more WWE tackling by the Valley Tigers that time. It
Yeah.
seemed like it almost looked like Papin was flipped over
He
on that
was.
tackle.
Yep, it was up and over. Wasn't able to land on his feet, but at least he didn't land on an arm or something.
Would have been a shame. Downs, 3 receivers on his right, 2 on his left. He fires over the middle. The pass is caught. That's Nate Withers for the first down inside the 30 for the little Cyclones. Great play that time. And it'll be 1st and 10 after the 17-yard gain, 28 of Valley territory. Ames, closer than they've been in a while to scoring for the first time in this game. The pass is caught to the left side by Evan Gray for a gain of about 3 or 4 yards. Destin Pay on the tackle for the Tigers. Sorry about that. 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line. 2:33 and counting to play in the 3rd quarter. It's 62-0. Downs. He'll fire for the end zone. Evan Gray makes the grab. Did he get in?
No. He was
Are they
at the
going to
1
have it
yard
as a catch? They are. That brings them to the goal line. What a play. 2:10 and counting to play in the 3rd quarter. And Ames is right in the face of the Valley Tigers. Downs the quarterback sneak, and Ames is finally on the board.
The shutout is over for Valley. Not like it really matters. They're up 62-6 now.
Still a large deficit for the little Cyclones to overcome. But that got the crowd here pretty pumped up. It'll be Will Orth for the extra point. We'll see if he's able to get it. And he sweeps the ball through the up row. Whoa! It seemed like it was tipped a little bit, was it? I'm not sure if it was.
Yeah, it was a very strange kick.
Nevertheless, it still went through the uprights to make it 62-7.
62-7. No, it's a big deficit. At least they can say they've got some points on the board. First touchdown came a little later than they would have liked it, but no, it's always good to have something higher than a 0 on that board.
Better late than never, Mr. Egger. Better late than never. For sure in this situation. Still 62 degrees. 12-mile-per-hour winds with a humidity 52%. Tomorrow, a high of 64 degrees and a low of 37. We can expect some showers coming at us tomorrow and 80% chance of precipitation. Goodness, folks, when did I become Ed Wilson?
Yes. Some Metro scores we have here, Carter. Let's read them off.
Southeast Polk leads Marshalltown 35-14 in the 3rd quarter. Dowling leads Hoover 40-0 in the 3rd quarter. Waukee leads Indianola 14-0 in the 2nd quarter. Ankeny Centennial leads Roosevelt 14-7 in the 3rd quarter. The Tigers are about to get the ball back off of a kickoff that'll be coming from Will Orth. Back for the return, looks like it's going to be Jalen Crowell, as well as, who is that other player? Can't see their number as well. Castor will just hold on to it himself.
Okay,
and it'll be
Nate Locker back there initially for kick return. Ball didn't get to him.
1:45 to play in the third quarter. The clock is continuing to move.
First and 10 at the 28.
Tigers will have a chance to increase their 62-7 lead, and they're letting the clock run. Looks like they're going to be first and 10 at the 28 for the Tigers. And let's see, they actually have Dunwald. That is Drew Dunwald as the quarterback, and it looks like a give up the middle. Didn't get them very far. And they got stuffed on that one.
And 1, second and 9 to 29.
62-7 is still the score. Second and 9 from the 29-yard line. Still in their own territory for the Tigers. That was once again Dunwald, an incomplete pass intended for Crowell.
Pass by Drew Dunwall is incomplete. Third and 9.
Did you guys see that kid with the little face poster, or however you want to put it?
Face cut out.
Number one fan right there, folks. Number one fan.
Not sure if
And they're going to let time expire in the third quarter. End of the third quarter, the score is 62-7. The Tigers and the Little Cyclones have one more quarter of football to play. How will it end? We'll find out after this break. Keep right here. You're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Welcome back into it, folks. 62-7 is the score. We're about to get into the fourth quarter. Valley has the ball 3rd and 9 from the 29-yard line. Here's a pass. That is from Dunwald, attempted to Stalzer. And that was incomplete.
Fourth and 9 at the 29.
And Valley, for one of the few times in this game, goes 3 and out.
Yeah, that's the first time I think that they've gone 3 and out. Another team that's not playing here tonight, that not going 3 and out, is Ankeny Centennial. They've just put up another touchdown against the Roosevelt Rough Riders. They lead it 21-7 in a game of teams that are ranked in the top 10 in 4A.
Folks, a reminder after the game to stick around for some post-game thoughts from me, from yours truly, Carter White, as well as Ryan Eggert. Here's Papin on the return after the punt. And he runs a little bit on the sideline, gets to about midfield on that play. .55 and counting to go in the fourth quarter at this point. And Downs and the Little Cyclones will come back out onto the field. Sky is completely pitch black now. You can't even see the stars. That's because of the stadium lights, I'd have to assume. Unless it is a little cloudy, it might be. Well,
First and 10 at the 49.
at this point, it's 1st and 10 from the 49. Ames will start in their own territory.
And they're going to bring in, who is?
And that is Who
Brady
is that as the
Burkheimer.
quarterback? That's Brady Burkheimer, who's the quarterback. Tyson Chambers on the run. He gets a little bit of running room. Gets a gain of about 8.
I think Ames is bringing in their players that maybe don't get the most playing time and getting them some experience against a top team in Valley.
It's always nice to see that. Burkheimer going to take another snap. Chambers is still in the backfield. Chambers is given the ball again. He loses the ball! And it's picked up by someone from the Little Cyclones. Oscar Lenkitis. What a save on that play.
What a heads-up play by Lenkitis to be able to pounce on that football and keep the drive alive.
9:18 to go in the fourth quarter, 62-7. Burkheimer is still on the field, and Chambers is going to have the give once again, and he's going to be aggressively thrown around as players were trying to tackle him.
2nd and 13 at the 42.
2nd and 13, 42-yard line, 8:41 to play in the fourth quarter and counting. It'll be 2nd and 13 from the 42 for the Little Cyclones, who are down 62-7. Clock is now continuing to move down to just under 8.5 to play. Here's Burkheimer. Takes a snap, decides to run an option play, only gets about 3 yards. That tackle was made by Brian Jurado for the Valley Tigers. 3rd and 12 from the 41-yard line. Just under 8 minutes to play and counting to go in the fourth quarter for the Little Cyclones, who are down 62-7 against the Valley Tigers. They're still discussing. They were still discussing for a second what their plan was. Burkheimer, he's under pressure. He fires. Chambers unable to make the grab, and it's 4th down. 4th and 12. 7:23 to go in the fourth quarter. And Ames, I'm not sure what they're doing. I'm not sure if they're going to have some people punt, if they're going to go for it. I'm not sure what's going on. Any thoughts?
I'm not sure what they're going to do just yet, Carter, but they've got one on the play clock. They're going to call timeout, looks like.
And with that timeout, we will also take a break. 6:48 to play in the fourth quarter. 62-7 is the score. Valley on top of your Ames High Little Cyclones, and we'll be right back. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Welcome back into it, folks. 6:48 to play in the fourth quarter. It's 62-7. Valley on top of the Ames High Little Cyclones, who are about to punt it back off to the Tigers. That was Dane Hustet on the punt. And the ball will go out of bounds on that play and make it 6:35 to play in the fourth quarter. And the Valley Tigers will come back out onto the field for another offensive drive. The Valley Tigers, more than likely after this game, going to move to a record of 8-0 and remain undefeated and remain the #1 team in Class 4A. That is a give from Drew Peterson to, I'm not sure who that was necessarily. Malik Johnson on the tackle that time. 2nd and 1 from the 35-yard line. 5:37 to play in the fourth quarter. You can see the little Cyclone cheerleaders on the bottom left of your screen we're also wearing pink in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I am actually wearing a pink tie under my suit. And the student section partook in a pink out.
I had mentioned earlier that they were doing the pink out, but also that Ames has been wiped out, unfortunately, by the Tigers.
That is true.
Surprised that Valley has only put 1 touchdown on the board. You know, you would have thought that they would have put maybe 2 or 3 to just rub it in a little bit, rub more salt in the wound. But I think they're happy with the score they have right now. That'll get them a win.
It's now 4.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Valley still has the ball at their own 39-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. 4:20 and counting to go in the fourth quarter. Here's a give up the middle to Crowell, who gets a little bit of running room and gets to about the 45-plus side of the field this time. Ames 43-yard line. It's 1st and 10. 3:48 to play in the fourth quarter.
I think now if you get a first down, you can run the clock out.
Probably so at this point.
They're not concerned about scoring a touchdown. They're just worried about getting these 3 minutes and 32 seconds off the clock.
There's a give to Crowell. He bowls through the defense and gets to the 20-yard line. Speak of the angel. The Valley Tigers get exactly what they needed. And that first down right there might just be it. Now 3:14 and counting to play in the entire game. Valley is up 62-7. This is more than likely your ball game right here, folks.
Yeah.
But still a reminder to stick around after the game ends. Me and Ryan Eggert will be giving some last-minute thoughts. Some post-game thoughts. Now here's Crowell once again, and he gets to about the 10-yard line. Frank Miller pushed Crowell out of bounds that time. 2:37. Valley is chanting, "I believe that we have won,"
and I think
in the
they're
student
right.
section, and it's pretty accurate. Pretty accurate, folks. 2:20 to play in the fourth quarter. Clock is still moving, and Valley is up 62-7. It's another give to Crowell. Will he get to the end zone? He will. He dives for the goal line, and he's in for the touchdown to make it 68-7. 2:06 to play in the fourth quarter. And Valley's going to put this. Ames is obviously going to get the ball back before the game ends, unless there's an onside kick or something, rather. And it doesn't go in Valley's way.
Let's say go for an onside. I mean, you can afford to.
Ooh, he cooked that one short, but he just barely got it in. That was Will Fisher. It was that was a low field goal, but he got it in. PAT. So it's
Looks like
now
he hit it.
69-7.
Looks like he could have hit it a little bit higher than he wanted to. That ball just did not have any arc to it. Just cleared the lower crossbar by probably about 6 inches. Not much.
It's now 2:06 to play in the fourth quarter. It looks like the little Cyclones are going to get the ball back one more time unless some sort of onside kick happens or something rather.
Number 46, Lennox Krell to kick off.
And it's going to be number 46 on the kickoff, Lennox Krell for the Tigers. 2:06 to play in the fourth quarter, and the ball's about to go back to the little Cyclones. There's a return attempt from Withers. And Withers gets out of bounds at about the 20. That was Jake Castor who pushed him out of bounds. Clock continues to move down to 1:54 to go in the fourth quarter. And the Valley Tigers are definitely going to take this one.
Yeah.
First and 10, number 21.
Quite the shame that the senior night experience was a tough one for them for the seniors tonight, much like Nate Withers and Will Orth, as well as Cooper Downs, Jonas Stryker, the list goes on. They played their hearts out, but it just wasn't enough to get the job done.
1:17 to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Berkheimer with Chambers with him in the backfield. Berkheimer, a give to Chambers. Chambers cuts it left. He's got some good yards, and he'll be taken down at about the 30-yard line. Clock will continue to move down to just under a minute to play in the fourth quarter. But, folks, a reminder after the game that me and Ryan Eggert and I will give some final post-game thoughts at the conclusion of this competition, which is going to be in about 37 seconds.
They'll run one more play here, and that'll end the ball game pretty much.
Let's see what Berkheimer does. Berkheimer. Tyson Chambers doesn't get in that play.
And that should do it right there.
Let's see. Are they going to let one more play go by? Or let's see. I think Ames is going to try and rush one more play. Nope. They're going to let it end. The Valley Tigers beat and dominate the Ames High Little Cyclones. Final score 69-7. What a performance by the Valley Tigers.
That was just incredible by Valley. They drove Ames into the ground early, and Ames was just not able to dig themselves out of that hole that they had got themselves into at the very start of the game. Well, post-game time.
Yep, we'll give some post-game thoughts right after this break. Keep it right here. You're watching AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Welcome to the post-game show, ladies and gentlemen, on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Carter White alongside Ryan Eggert to give our final games, where on senior night in Ames High School, it was seniors from the Valley Tigers who led this dominant win over the Little Cyclones with a final score of 69-7. We'll start off with Ryan Eggert. What are your final thoughts?
Well, Valley came in here, and again, they proved why they are the top team in Class 4A right now. It's a deserved 8-0 record that they have now, and they had to overcome tough opposition in the past, overcoming Dowling at the start of the season, who have won 6 state championships in a row, looking for their 7th. And I think Valley has a very good chance to stop that streak. Two schools don't like each other, so there will be some new rivals made. Carter, do you think that Valley could have put more on the board, or do you think this was their max capability tonight?
Well, to say the least, honestly, I do like the coach putting some players who are used to the bench out onto the field, getting them some experience as well, instead of just the guys who are used to it. I think that's a very generous thing to do. But this Valley effort, Creighton Mitchell and Braden Catcher, as far as I've seen, he hasn't been recruited by anyone, but Creighton Mitchell has. He's going to do some impressive things at North Dakota University next year, and I think he's going to be a dangerous weapon for them. And as you mentioned earlier, that Dowling Catholic and Valley, I hope that they play each other in the state tournament somewhere. The state championship, my goodness, if they would face each other in the state championship, it would be huge. It would be a battle between the Valley Tigers, who are trying to take down the walls of Jericho in Dowling Catholic. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, for anyone wondering why this is the last AHS football match that we will be broadcasting on AHS Sports Network, AHS Sports Network does not travel to away games, and it does not announce playoff games. So since this is the final regular season home game of the season, it's the final game that we will broadcast for the year. We do apologize for the inconvenience, and thank you for understanding. But with that, that's going to do it here from Ames High Stadium for the final edition for this year of AHS Football on AHS Sports Network on YouTube. Final score, Valley Tigers 69, Ames High Little Cyclones 7. Football fans, thank you for tuning in this season, and we hope to see you next year. The next thing you'll be seeing here on AHS Sports Network is going to be AHS Football. That'll be AHS Basketball.
Now you got them mixed up
Now
again.
I got them mixed up again, folks. Sorry about that. And that's going to do it here from AHS Sports Network. I'm Carter White.
I'm Ryan Eggert.
The voices of your Ames High Little Cyclones signing off.
Goodbye until next year.